It is very obvious that the government does not want people to demonstrate. Okay? Now, there's a big problem with that. And the big problem is that the government, which is supposed to protect our constitution, is acting unconstitutionally. There are a lot of rights which have been taken away from Kenyans in recent months. Yeah, and I can count them. There's so many. Yeah. For instance, freedom of speech. Yes. You're not allowed to speak your mind. Yeah. The excuse being used is that it's hate speech. Okay. And this is very interesting because we are seeing live hate speech from the likes of Moses Kuria. Yeah. It seems every time he opens his mouth, hate speech comes out. Every time he opens his mouth to comment on anything, hate speech. Yeah. But then what is happening is that the government is gagging its population, it's gagging its citizens, yeah, and taking away the fundamental freedom of speech and using the excuse of hate speech. And the government has actually spent a lot of money in installing equipment to monitor what people are saying on social media. They've used a lot of resources to track down people, nobodies, saying things in their own Facebook pages, yes, to track these people as far away areas as Kshs and bring them to Nairobi and charge them, yeah. This is what your government is doing. So out of the long list of constitutional rights being taken away from Kenyans with all manner of excuses, and some of them with no excuses, yeah, the latest method is to fight protesters is to create a group, a fictitious group, which is created, and the sole aim of these groups created is to take away the fundamental constitutional rights of Kenyans. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the Nairobi business community. You've heard of those guys, yeah? They come on television cameras. Most of them are wearing dreadlocks, yeah? Most of them look like Mungiki, yes? And they come and they speak, and they speak with so much authority. Gosh, it's almost like the government speaking. Yeah, just listen to when those guys have their next press conference and you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, I have a very shocking, astounding revelation for you today. Okay? For those who doubted that the business community, Nairobi business community, is not a fictitious group, is not a group formed with certain objectives and a group formed by the government, I have some information for you, yeah, that will just interest you so much. During the Monday demonstrations, what happened was that this Nairobi business community had a very interesting strategy. Yeah, the whole idea was to confront the NASA supporters, yeah, the NASA people peacefully demonstrating, and then the policemen, in a very well choreographed move, broke up the protests. Yeah, Nairobi business community come in, you break up the protest, okay, because you're trying to avoid a clash. Yeah, so obviously these people are there to stop people exercising their constitutional right of demonstrating and picketing. Now, after they had fulfilled the objectives, after they had done what they had been asked to do, yes, of course they had to line up to receive payment. And I'm not joking, I'm very serious on this. They had to line up to receive payment for a job well done. Okay? Now, guess where they went to receive their payments? They went to the city hall. Okay? And in the city hall, guess who they're waiting for to pay them? That guy you see in the picture in front of your screens right now. Yep. Mike Sonko is the person paying the Nairobi business community. Now, something very interesting happened outside the city hall on Monday, because as this Nairobi business community people were waiting to be paid, they got impatient because it was getting dark and the paymaster had not arrived, or was nowhere in sight, or his agents were nowhere in sight. So they started getting very rowdy and threatened to cause chaos. So the same people who are their partners in crime, the anti-riot police, yes, came and they were forced to quell the disturbances. Yeah, these were actual serious disturbances happening because these people had not been paid and they wanted to be paid immediately as agreed. Gosh, what is our country coming to? What is our country coming to? Anyway, that is, I just thought I should inform you so that you know very clearly that those who have doubts, that this is not a genuine Nairobi business community. Yeah. As I said in an earlier recording, one wonders, what kind of businesses do these people own in Nairobi? Yeah. Obviously, these are people who have been put there for an objective. And as we go to the Friday demonstrations, we should expect more of the same. Until next time, this is Kshs Kumekucha.